Right, guys, welcome to this conversation with
Oyin.
and Oyin is a salon owner, a young entrepreneur, and a female girl boss. Would you call yourself that?
Yeah, I would like to think I am.
Okay, so for people that don't know who you are, don't know anything about you, how would you describe yourself?
My name's Oyin. I'm 26-year-old. I'm the owner of Oyinnstouch Salon, and we have two branches based in Chatham, Kent, and Plumstead, London.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So when did you, tell us a story, when did you start doing hair? How did it all start for you?
I opened my first salon at 18, but it all started when I was about 13. That's when I started taking on real clients.
Wait. Let's roll it back. So while most people are playing knock knock chase, you were doing clients at 13 years old.
Yeah, because I was always at my mum's salon, so I didn't really...
When did you start at your mum's salon?
This goes way back, like from secondary school, early days, year 7, I was always there every
So
single time.
in year 7, you were about 11, right?
Yeah, always.
So your mum had you working from 11 in the salon?
Yeah.
Minimum wage? What kind of salary were you on?
So back then, we used to charge like 25 pounds per braid head that we would do. So with my mum, she'll probably give me about a tenner here and there for whatever I do with her. But when I started taking on my own clients, it was like 25. So
Okay.
I would do like 1 or 2 clients maybe in a day. And then, it just depends how often I'm able to get
do it.
bookings. Yeah.
Okay, so in a good month as a 13-year-old, you're coming into school, you're doing clients. How much would you make in a good month as a 13-year-old?
Roughly around £300.
Okay, so you're making £300 a month as a 13-year-old. How did you feel about school at this point?
I still really enjoyed school. Like I really, really still enjoy school because, school was great. That's where a lot of my clients came from.
Okay.
Because I went to an all-girls school. So
Okay, but I just noticed something. You said you really enjoyed school.
Yeah.
But then you said that's where a lot of my clients came from. So did you enjoy the school or did you enjoy the clients and the money you were making?
Oh, I enjoyed less so much the education side of things.
Okay.
But like just being in school, being around the people, and the opportunities that were there, to be honest.
Okay, so is it safe to say from 13 years old you're already becoming an entrepreneur?
Yeah, 100%. That I feel like that mindset has definitely been in me from young.
Okay, so fast forward 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, you carried on doing hair through school or what happened?
Yeah, I carried on doing hair through school, through my mum's salon as well, getting more and more clients. My friends were coming consistently. I just continued doing it. And then at the age of 18, when my mum was about to leave the salon that she was at and move to Kent, that's when I was like, actually, you know what? Let me just grab the shop. So I approached the landlord myself and then told him about how, if you let me have the shop, I'll always be able to make rent, blah, blah, blah. And I still have that same shop till today. So that was 18-year-old. That's where everything started for me.
That's where everything started. Okay, so a lot of people are scared to take that plunge to get their own shop or to start a business. Where do you think that confidence came from, where you just said to the landlord, I'm ready to take this shop?
I think it was less so much confidence, but like I saw it as I don't have another choice. Like I don't have another choice in terms of what am I going to do? I've taken a gap here from uni. I need to continue what I'm doing. I don't want to move all the way to Kent. My clients are here in London. Let me try. And because I tried, I got a yes.
Where did that confidence come from? So it was just having no plan B?
Yeah, literally. I told myself, this is the only thing I can do right now. I'm not in uni. Like, this is the only thing. I'm not going to go get another job. Do you know what I mean? So that was it. And to be honest, I think within myself, I've always felt like there's nothing I can't do. There's nothing I can't do.
Okay. So, look, from 13, it seems like you're having a clean run. Everything's going well.
Yeah.
You're doing really well. But tell the people, like, what were some challenges that went on during this period?
What, in terms of, like, the business-wise?
Anything, the business, like anything that hindered you from, because obviously you're in school, you're doing hair, you decided to take a gap year.
Yeah.
What was the challenge during this period?
I will say my main challenge was trying to balance my social life. Obviously, this is the age where all my friends are going out. Don't get it twisted, I still went out and stuff, still tried to balance it. But I realized whenever I would go out, the money wasn't coming in abundance, like when I'm putting my head down and I'm working. And at the time, I had someone that I was with as well. So trying to balance that, like, oh, my relationship and being this business person, always doing hair. So yeah, that was my biggest thing, like balancing my social life with my business life. There was no balance. The lines were blurred too much.
Do you think that to have a successful business, a work-life balance even exists?
To have 100%, because I feel like there's no point. Yes, you can have that mode when you're grinding all the time. But then when I started to take care of myself more, like my business was doing better because I had a clearer mind.
Okay.
Like I was able to think better. I was able to make better logical decisions about, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this because I'll be too tired and then I won't be able to do X, Y, Z. That's not necessarily doing someone's hair, but actually going to help my business. Do you know what I mean?
Because as an entrepreneur, I don't believe that work-life balance exists. I believe you should just work and just do other things in between. I think that when you're working, if you enjoy it, it's something that should always be focused on, because as an entrepreneur, can you ever actually really switch off?
You have to find a way to do it. I feel like because hair is so physically draining.
If you're the one behind the chair.
Yes. Hair, like being behind the chair is physically draining. And if you don't find a balance, you will hate it. It got to a point where I was like, don't want to do this. And to be honest, I don't do it. That's why I don't do it.
Okay. So you're ready to quit, or you're ready to just systemize your business?
I was ready to systemize. Like I was ready to just be like, you know what, I don't want to do hair.
And how did that systemization look to you?
It was just enough staff, running, like obviously doing the people's hair. And then I was the one kind of just throwing my vision out there, and then managers are just taking care of it, or just there was a hierarchy.
Okay.
Let's
bring it back, because you're speaking like somebody that has got a good system for bringing in staff. For someone watching this that doesn't know how to recruit staff, that doesn't know how to get good staff, you just said, I got staff and managers taking care of it. Was it that simple?
No. It's definitely not that simple. Am I able to speak about me looking for managers still?
Yeah. Okay, speak about anything open, right? And anything that you don't want in, you can just cut it out. So just speak as openly, as freely, even overshare. And then if once you watch it back it's too much, you can take it out. Okay,
cool. Yeah, like I'll definitely say in terms of looking for staff, that's the hardest thing with this whole game. That's the hardest part. Consistent staff as well.
But I've been to your Chatham branch before. It always seems to be the same staff. Your Plumstead branch, you said that it's the same staff. So what did you do to have the magic touch?
I gave them more incentives. So like made it worth their while in terms of, if you stay with me, we grow together. Like the team needs to understand that it's not just them doing their thing by themselves. Like they actually have to be able to grow within where they are. Nobody wants to be in the same place forever.
Nobody does.
So I think that even when hiring people in interviews, that's something that I would always make clear. Like, I don't want you to stay a stylist forever. I want you to obviously excel in your role, get better in your skill. Even if you don't stay with me, at least I know that Oyinnstouch has made an impact on you.
Has made them better.
Yeah. And even people just hearing that, I realize that it makes them want, I want to work here. Even if it's for a year or two, I want to work here. Contracts also really helped. Like being very strict with my contracts, what you can and can't do. And
give me an example of what your staff can't do.
You can't solicit clients, or...
what does that mean? Saying, I'll do your hair, I'll come to your house and do your hair?
So some places allow like their staff to have like their personal numbers and stuff like that. I don't do that in the salon because you're working for the brand. Yeah. You're not working for yourself in this particular time frame. So that's something I'm just like, nah, you can't. And also for quality control, I've had situations in the past where we were renovating. This was during the renovation of the Plumstead branch, and then everyone had to go. We had to close that Plumstead branch. Everyone had to go to the Chatham branch. One stylist that was there he then took a client behind my back without saying anything, and then it created a huge problem where the client was like, I want my money back. Look what Oyinnstouch did to me. Da, 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 da.
Wow, so he took them behind your back, but then still did it under your brand.
Yeah. Like, he didn't even tell her that, don't put it as, it's not, he just said, yeah, I'll do it for you. He said, yeah, I'll do it for you. Obviously, he had to go, but...
How was that conversation? How did that go?
Because of the age I was at that time, something happened that made me just be like, I literally texted him the next day, don't come back. Like,
okay. And how was he? Just accepted that?
Yeah. But he still, because he was much older than me, like 10 years older than me, he took it on the chin. Like, it's fine. Even till today, he still comes.
Okay, that's good. How is that dynamic then? Because you're 26 years old, right? And you've got staff which I'm guessing are in their 30s, maybe some in their 40s.
Yeah.
How does a 40-year-old man deal with getting told? I'm guessing most of your staff are Nigerian as well, right?
Yeah.
So how do they deal with it? Essentially, some of them are looking at you like a small girl.
Yeah, 100%. He definitely saw me as a small girl, especially with my personality at the time and how bubbly I was. Probably this girl's a kid. He definitely saw that. But I feel like that's why he was reluctant to listen to when I'm trying to give orders and stuff like that. Especially that African pride and ego was definitely there for him as a man coming from Nigeria to come and work with this little girl, essentially. Because I think I was like, 22, 23, and he was like 35 or something like that.
Okay.
So there was a huge age gap.
And did he have a family as well, I'm guessing?
Yep, family, kids. So all in all, what that taught me was everyone needs to be spoken to
with
professionally.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be spoken to professionally. Personally, myself, there are times when I look back and it's like, maybe I should have done this way instead of that way. Like, maybe I shouldn't have said this thing in front of this staff whilst he was there, because as a man, maybe you didn't want to look silly in front of other staff members. Maybe I should have just had one-to-one meetings with him. So there's stuff like that has definitely taught me that it's important to not make your staff members feel embarrassed. No one wants to feel embarrassed. So that's one thing that taught me.
And you mentioned that you give your staff good incentives to stay with you. What can the average hairstylist who's very good at hair come into your salon, and what can she make?
That a good hairstylist.
Yeah, in your salon, with your structure.
With my current structure, if you're a good hard worker, you can be taking home 4K.
Okay, per month.
Yeah.
Okay, and how would that look like? How would that be split up?
No, that's 4K would be yours.
Okay, but how would they generate that 4K? Would you give them a base salary? Would they be?
Oh no, so 4K is all commission.
Okay.
So 4K is all commission. If you decide that you want to put in the maddest amount of work, you can take home however much you want. Like, the amount you can make is uncapped.
Okay.
But in terms of...
What's the highest a staff member of yours has ever earned in a month?
Because this guy that I was talking about, he was on like 3 point something every 2 weeks.
Okay, so
I can't lie, he was lit. Good worker. That's why he's doing his own thing now.
Okay, so he was, as a person working in your salon, he's earning 6 to 7K every month.
Yeah.
Cash in his bank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he was actually making a lot.
And how did that work then? Was that him doing 10 braids in a week, or like
so
weave?
He would do, because he was speedy, he could do like 3 braids in a day, and then he'll do like 3 natural hair services in a day. So for example, our targets for someone to be able to hit like 5 to 6K in a month, you need to be making like 290 a day to work 5 days. So he was doing stuff like that continuously, and he would work Sundays. He would do overtime, morning, night. Like 7
days a week. He really had that Nigerian hustle in him. Yeah,
he was doing 7 days a week, no break. Oh, can you do this client? Yep, bring them in. I can do it. I can't lie. Me now, thinking about, should I have let him go? I would have probably held on a little bit if it was me now, because I think I went in more with emotion rather than, let me think about how this is going to affect the business.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I've learned, like growing up in this business, you need to calm
Yeah.
you need to calm down.
Yeah. Listen, you can say little swear words here and there. It's just like, and then we can like calm the hell down. We could probably leave that in. But one thing I've noticed about business, right, is that you can't actually be emotional. You have to deal with logic, because you can have staff that you might not actually like that much.
Yeah.
But because they're very good staff, you give them a bly.
Tell me about
because if he's making 7K for himself, how much is he making for the shop?
So he was on 60%, so we were on 60-40. So let's say he made like, I'm not really great at maths.
Let's make it easy. If he's on 60-40 and it's 10K's coming in, you take 6K, you take 4K.
Yeah.
Okay.
Residual.
Okay. And he has no, what if he makes a zero? Does he have a base salary or it's just full-blown commission only?
Full-blown commission.
Is that the format you have with all your staff?
No. So like the younger ones, I would give you base, and also admin, you're on like a salary. But with stylists, one thing I notice is I'm not going to give you money for something you're not doing. Ideally, I would want to give everyone a base one day, but that would be after I've seen that, one, you deserve it, because there are days where you might not have as many bookings as you do on a Saturday, and that cost would be coming from me, essentially.
Correct, yeah.
But in order for me to do that, you need to prove to me that, I'm actually here for a reason. I'm a good worker. I'm someone that you can rely on.
And you're hungry for the clients as well, right?
Literally. And you're here for the betterment of the business. Not, obviously, betterment for the business, betterment for yourself, because everyone's doing everything for themselves at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But there are some people that are solely there for themselves, and it shows in every little thing they do. People like that, nah.
They're not going to last.
Nah.
And that's, I guess, they're trying to build their own individual brand whilst at your shop,
right?
Yeah.
And when you're trying to do both at the same time, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because it always shows in the way you act to clients, staff, like the way you act in general, it won't work. You're better off doing your own thing, like after you've learned what you need to learn from where you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's bring it back. You're 18, you open your first shop. How did the second shop come about?
The second shop, it was so impulsive, I'll be honest. It was so impulsive. I think this was during COVID. Again, my mum went for a walk. She's never walked a day in her life.
Yeah.
She went for a walk. She was like, oh, because we spoke about like, where would I want to take the business? Like, yeah, I want shops worldwide, blah, blah, blah. She went for a walk one day. She was like, I saw a few shops on the high street vacant. I think you should call the landlords and see what they're saying. And yeah, called them. I went to view them. I was like, yep, I'll take it. No thought, no plan. Okay. I just said, yep, I'll take it. I know where I want to go, where I want to be. So I just said, yeah, you know what, let me do it. And this was during COVID as well. So around the time, what made me able to actually do this was they were giving out bounce back. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They were giving out like loans and stuff. So yeah, that was a blessing in disguise, to be honest, because yeah, that money there enabled me to be able to do what I wanted to do.
Tell us about the numbers then, because funnily enough, my estate agency is literally basically opposite your shop or a few roads down. So your shop is somewhere that I've been into many times. So what are the numbers like? How much is the lease? How did you have to pay any rent up front? Because obviously you're a young girl, you've got one shop already. What was the landlord like? Obviously, I'm a big believer that impulsive decisions, like say yes now and figure it out later.
Yeah.
Start now, figure it out later.
Yeah.
And obviously, you've made an impulsive decision, but would you say that was a good decision?
Yeah, it was a good decision, even though many times it felt like a bad decision. But yeah, in terms of numbers, the rent was quite affordable, like £500.
Wow.
In Chatham.
Wow.
Like, top and bottom, 500 quid. And I was like, what? This is cheap.
Did you have to do the fit out though?
Yeah, what, like renovate?
Yeah.
Yeah. We spent like 20K. I spent 20K on renovations.
Okay.
20K on renovations.
So it was in a bad way.
Terrible. Like, I built new toilets, like, I'm not sure if you've been downstairs, but
I have been downstairs.
yeah, everything downstairs, I built it.
Okay.
Built it. So it was mesh up before, like, it was absolutely horrible. So yeah, built the rooms, built the toilets and all of that. You see that glass railing, there was like a long, I've got videos of it. There's like a
when you're talking saying you've got videos, and when we do the shorts, B-roll is gonna come up of this.
That glass railing there, it wasn't a glass railing, it was a whole wall. The shop was brown and orange. Yeah, it was an absolute mess.
What was it before?
A tailor shop. Tailor.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
but there's a tailor just next,
yeah,
basically next door.
Literally.
So there's two tailors.
Two tailors.
Okay.
It was two tailors. But the rent, I'm just grateful to the landlord as well. He didn't really change the rent over time.
Okay, so it's been fixed since COVID.
Yeah. And even like in terms of like equipment, how much that costs, I'll say that also fell into the 20K. So I feel like I was able to work with the money that I was given. The grant that I took was only about, I think, 10.
Okay.
10. So I put in the rest myself. Around this time as well, we weren't allowed to work. No one was allowed to work. But I was doing a little something.
You're doing what you could.
I was doing what I could. Did get fined though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, £1,000.
That's not too bad if you made more.
Yeah. It was worth it. Worth the fine. But yeah.
Okay, so that's shop number 2. So you've gone from one shop, which I'm sure you had a stable routine, you knew what was going on, you knew how much you was earning, to now 2 shops.
Yeah.
What were the challenges that came with from going from owning 1 salon to now owning 2?
Boy, your troubles times 2. You thought you had staff trouble before, now you've got double. Double staff trouble. Everything is times 2. Stock management times 2. Customer complaints times 2. Customer service management times 2. Like, everything was times 2. So there was even a point where I spoke to my mum so that she could be managing the shop. And then she was doing it, but you know, African parents, man, their ideas of how things should be done is not the way I wanted it to be done.
Especially since she had the shop before, right?
Yeah.
And now you're your new boss.
Yeah.
But you're her daughter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how did that go?
Oof, not well. I can't... Not well, because now she's got another shop in Chatham, like down the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry. So you're in competition with your mum now?
Not competition. It's not competition because, like, it's very different.
Okay, so it's not the exact same services?
Similar services.
Okay.
But she does her thing her way. My thing's completely different.
Okay.
Like, my thing's completely different. And because, like, she opened it with my brother and he's got, like, the barbers that he manages on one side and they've got, like, the studios. So, yeah, they're doing different things in there. But
this isn't Dolce B, is it?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
That would be mad.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's basically on the same, it's literally on the same road. Okay, so what's your relationship like with your mum now?
Interesting question. I was actually speaking to my friend about it today because she was like, oh, you speak to your mum. No, that she speaks to her mum every day, like, and they're not even that close. But whereas me, I don't think my mum's called me on this trip. Or she even knows I'm here. But I don't know, my mum's cool. I like her. Anytime I see her, I'll hug her, Mum. But
hold on. You like your mum, she's cool.
Oh,
you're speaking like she's an old friend.
No. Like, I'll say we have a rocky relationship. Yeah.
And do you think that's because of the business? Would you have a better relationship? Because I know my mum, I would have a closer relationship with her if I listened to everything that she said. Do you believe that your mum is similar, that you'd have a good relationship with her if you just maybe worked underneath her still in the salon?
I feel like she would love that. She would have loved that if I was her top hairstylist. Okay. But I don't know. Because that would have caused less conflict between us. Not that she doesn't want me to grow, but it would have caused less conflict. We would have been closer. because we're working together. But in terms of the reason why we're not close, I think because I didn't shy away from speaking my mind.
Sure.
So in an African household, that's something that's like, it's frowned upon, like speaking your mind. What do you mean? You're being so disrespectful. Would you go sit down? So yeah, with my mum, I think I've always just been like that. Even till now, like I could bring up something that I'm genuinely trying to talk about, but because of that African mentality, sometimes it's like...
Should shut you down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the most you've ever earned as a salon owner in a month?
In a month, I would say 70K is definitely our best that we've done.
So hold on. So just to clarify, you're a 26-year-old salon owner that's earning 70K a month.
Yeah. So that's definitely our best that we've done. Obviously, that's not all the time because...
Tell us about that 70K month. How did you do it?
How did I do the 70K month? One thing I would say, I wasn't doing hair as much. But I was in the salon. I was in the salon. Content was really, really up there. And just speaking to my team a lot more so that they feel motivated to work.
Okay.
They feel like good and everyone's like, yeah, we're getting this, we're getting that. I also gave my team more bonuses. Like, let's say someone did like a 5K and then I'm like, wow, you did really well. Here's £100 extra. Do you know what I mean?
And then would the other staff being like, right, she's got £100 extra.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to work harder.
And like, even with like competitions that we do, like in terms of, let's see how many people can get this many reviews, like
5 stars.
Yeah, 5-star reviews. If you guys hit target, like I'll take them to the spa, take them bowling, like yeah. So
it's fair to say you were working more on the
business than in the business.
In the business.
That's when I made more. Yeah, working on the business, definitely. That's when I made the decision that I definitely should not be doing anybody's hair.
Okay, so when was the last time you did somebody's hair? And since that 70K month, have you touched the head of hair again?
Yes, definitely. Like, but it wasn't like I booked this client in so I could do because I needed to. No, it would be, I'll be in the salon, people are working, because I don't shy away from helping.
Sure.
I know how to do everything in the salon. So there's nothing someone can be like, oh, I need assistance with this or anything like that. I'll just see that maybe you're running behind, there's another client coming.
And you'll come and help.
Yeah. Let me just help you tie this hair this way. Like speak to the customers. Are you okay? Do you want help with this? Just help with the day-to-day workflow a bit more. That's what I realized, that in terms of me touching hair whilst working on the business, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
But yeah.
And how does your average week look like when you split it, right? Because I know you live in Kent and you've got a salon in Kent and in London. So how do you split your weeks?
So I try to be in both branches at least once a week. A lot of the times I am working from home now. So I'll be working from home. That's either doing website stuff. I'll have meeting with my admin quite often because she will keep me up to date with like day-to-day stuff. And obviously I've got plans for the business. I also work on that, the operations manual, making sure that things are in place, whether I'm doing interviews, reviewing contracts, having one-to-ones. That's what I usually spend my time doing. But at least once a week, I'm in branch. Sometimes twice a week, depending what I'm doing. But yeah, at least once a week, I'm in branch. But now I've been here 2 weeks now. Obviously, haven't been in branch. And yeah, the business has been doing all right without me as well.
Okay, so you did a 70K month and you stepped away from the business, right? Obviously, you were incentivizing your staff, which is very, very important to have like a good working environment. Now, if you could do 70K in a month, you can do that every month, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, if you can do that with 2 branches, with 3 branches, technically, you can do 105K a month.
Yeah.
I know you're interested in another branch. What does the future look like for you, and how are you going to maintain systems across the three salons? Because we've gone from one amount of stress to triple stress to double stress, now to potentially triple stress. What are your thoughts?
My main thing is to invest in outsourcing and automations, because I feel like that's the best way to keep everything the same. Like if I can't do something and I need it done, I'm willing to like outsource and get other people to help me do it, so it's done in time. And automations, like just making sure that day-to-day running of the business is flowing smooth. Customers shouldn't have any problems. So if the customers are good and customers are flowing, stylists, communication as well, making sure I've employed the right manager, which is something that I'm really looking for right now. Just having another me there to dominate the world. That's what's next for Oyinnstouch.
Okay, so you're quite an impulsive person.
Yeah.
I know that you're not afraid to invest in yourself, and I know that you're looking for automation, more systems.
Yeah.
I know that you're looking to take more salons. How are you going to do it? Are you thinking of the franchise model? Are you thinking to use your own money? Are you thinking to use OPM, other people's money? What is your strategy, or is it still something that you're working on?
It's definitely still something that I'm working on, but I think franchise, not even I think, I know franchise is definitely 100% my number one option, because I've been looking at a lot of businesses like Tony and Guy. They're one of like the main people that I look at because I really love their business module. So yeah, the franchise is definitely my number one go-to, and OPM definitely there as well, because
well, we're in Dubai. I know that you came to my wife's event, and I know that you've been networking with some great people that I know as well, and I know that networking is something that you haven't really done before. So how have you found the networking with other people, seeing what's out there, seeing people younger than you doing great months? Like how important is it to surround yourself with people if you want to go to the next level that are already on that next level, or at least on your same level? Because I know you said that a lot of people around you aren't at the level that you're at.
Like it's so important. I can't lie. Even speaking to like Tinu and Nitty as well, them telling me about how much they've made in just like a couple of days, I'm just like, what? I need to get my money up. I actually need to get, I thought I was making money. I need to get my money up. It's so important because it just puts you right back into that mindset of
you can do more.
I can do more. I can do better. I'm not doing enough. Whereas my friends back home will be saying, you're doing so well. No, you need to relax now. And I feel like hearing that, you're doing so well, you're doing so well, I definitely relaxed. I definitely, and then coming to the event, hearing what all these women are doing as well, especially like Chidi, for example, she's saying she's making like 8 figures. The lady's 29. She's 28. She's 28 and she's making 8 figures, right? And I'm like, I want 8 figures. There's no one, I haven't heard of anyone around my age making 8 figures, and we're standing face to face today. So yeah, like I need to go to more networking events. I need to surround myself with more people who are doing better than me, and they're where I want to be, because it definitely opens my eyes.
And that's why I asked you the question, because when we first met, I immediately saw someone that was doing well, but could be pushed further. That's why I said to you, who do you have around you doing more? And I knew the answer was going to be nobody. But that's going to change very, very quickly. Now, obviously, for people watching this, let's say someone wants to get in touch and maybe they want to be your next hairstylist, or maybe your next investor's watching, or maybe someone wants to get involved in a franchise model and they have money to invest. Where should they find you? How should they get in touch?
So you can find me on my email. First of all, that's oyin24@outlook.com, or I'm also on social media. So Oyin Ige, if you type up Oyinnstouch, Oyin Ige, anything, you can always reach me through there. If you don't speak to me directly on the Oyinnstouch, you can always be directed to me. There's so many ways you can find me. Even on the Google page, if you go on there, type in Oyinnstouch, there'll be a number that you can actually call directly. That won't come to me, but you would be led to me.
Perfect. And what do you want to leave the viewers with? Any words of wisdom, any encouragement, any closing thoughts?
I heard something at the event that's just stayed with me, and it's going to stay with me for the rest of my life. SNS, success needs speed. And that's it. Don't wait, don't hesitate, just do it.
Listen, you heard that success loves speed. If you want to do something, reduce the time from idea to execution. If you just make fast decisions, you're automatically going to be ahead of most people. Most people live in procrastination, stagnation, and analysis paralysis. Don't be that person. We've had a fantastic guest, guys, and see you on the next one.